Welcome, Libra, to your mid-month, end of the month reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Let's get in here and see what's going on. Pushing the two together because it is the end of the month almost. And we do have that Mercury retrograde that needs to be done. So it's kind of a small month. So let's just push right through this. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new? Welcome, welcome. Getting in here, going straight to career, and then I will do the love and relationships. Giving you guys the two pillars in one reading. Okay. I know some of you want the career, some of you want the love, some of you want both. Okay, so let's go. Starting with the career and finance. Money. We do have a conflict and defeat over here. Kind of feeling like there's a little bit of tension going on over here. Maybe a little bit of drained energy. Let's see. We got the fulfillment of wishes, the 9 of Cups. Crown chakra in reverse. Kind of not knowing where this is going. That could be where that tension is feeling coming through with positive movement forward. But I do like the positive movement forward because it's saying, hey, you know what? I'm waiting. I am kind of strategically moving and maneuvering over here, trying to get through this. Let's grab some clarifiers before we get all the way through. Two of Wands, 5 of Swords, to the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Kind of feel like that 7 of Swords, is kind of the overall next to the conflict and defeat over here with the Ace of Wands. I like the Ace of Wands coming out though. So there is some financial stress that's coming around. There could be like something. For some of you, it could have felt like you won something, but it cost you, right? I won, but it cost me. But there is definitely some mental exhaustion around this finance, this career, this money situation right now. Got some delays. I do feel like for a lot of you, there is something that you've been manifesting that has not materialized just the way you expected it to do. So it could be slow. I'll give you another couple of cards. Oh, definitely slow. Slower than expected, but you're putting out the productivity over here. You're definitely putting in the hard work. So you're still working hard, still building, still investing all your effort into this situation. So I do feel like there's some strategy going on. Kind of this understanding of how do I manage this quietly? How do I stretch this out to maybe last if you're on your last dollar? But I do feel like it's okay though, Libra, because it's really showing that in the end it's going to pay off with the moving in the right direction with the Ace of Wands. It's almost like you're right where you're supposed to be. Just don't look back at the old plan. Continue to move forward within this situation. It's just this understanding of not knowing when the turnaround will happen, but yet staying very strong. So I would say don't worry about it. It's not a collapse. It's just really, it's a recalibration of the way you're doing something and that the way something is moving towards you. So I don't see anything really, horrible here. I just see you staying strong and waiting for this to come back around to you. But like I said, it's slowly coming. It's really taking its own pace, which is very uncomfortable, right? Because when we have the conflict and the defeat, it's saying, I am very uncomfortable about the way this is moving, but I'm keeping my emotions together as much as possible and really, putting everything I have into the situation. So I do feel like that's a good thing though for you guys. Okay. So I was going to grab some money cards. I didn't have the money cards out though. Let's grab some tea cards and see what it says. Uh-oh. There's that deck. Just knock the deck, the small deck onto the ground. I'll get it in a little while. But yeah, let's grab some T cards over here and see what it says about your money. Yeah, bag secured. I like that. It's saying you're ascending into something greater. It's just that it takes time for things to come back around to you. Okay, so you're kind of like, I would say you're kind of in the waiting game, right? You're waiting. You're waiting for this to land. You're waiting for your time to really shine. So don't give up. Just wait for the momentum to catch up to your like your needs, what you are expecting, right? Because it doesn't look like they expect it to go through the way exactly you planned on. Okay. Very beautiful cards. Okay, guys. There's hope. Let's put it that way. It's very hopeful. Let's get over here to pillar 2 and look at the love and relationships. Your overall energy for the mid-month to the end of the month. Do have passions ignited. Ace of Wands. It's crazy you have the Ace of Wands over there too. Movement and choices and decisions. 2 of Pentacles. 6 of Cups in reverse. And rest and rejuvenation. Okay. Let's see what you got coming on. It does feel like, because they're mirroring each other in some ways, look at how this ends and then this begins. It's almost like they're very aligned. Your emotional and life momentum are kind of tied together. But that you're not the only one that's had that. I've had a couple of other signs that have done that. I'd have to say probably about 3 so far. So that's not unusual. So with the Ace of Wands, though, I really like it because it's saying I have the spark, I have the desire, the attraction. But then the 2 of Pentacles is kind of like, where is this moving? Am I moving in the right direction? Kind of juggling back and forth what it is you truly want within this situation. I think that you're thinking about someone from your past. And you could be trying to, you might even have juggling between 2 people. Trying to balance between the past and the new person and the new future person that's maybe coming in. Maybe this person's already here. Maybe they haven't arrived just yet. Depends. Everybody's story is a little different. But I do feel it's emotionally processing on something that hasn't 100% finished yet. See yeah, you're definitely thinking of the past here. Trying to make this complete to the Ace of Cups. To the Queen of Pentacles. You could have 2 people. You could have the Queen of Cups versus the Queen of Pentacles. A water sign versus an earth sign. Doesn't have to be. For some of you, I do feel like you do have your heart pulled into 2 different directions with the 2 of Coins. Or maybe it's trying to take the past back. Am I going to allow the past to come back? Or am I just comfortable where I am now? But right now, I just feel like it's this unresolved energy of where you might have felt like it was resolved, but then you're realizing it's not resolved. So I feel like the World card could literally be in reverse as well, where it does feel like I tried to pull and make completion, but maybe it's not really complete. You see what I'm saying? So you could feel like I thought there was closure, but maybe there's not because I keep pulling myself back to the past. So I do feel like there's some deep emotional maturity that may be required here to figure out which way to go. I don't feel like this is some kind of impulsive return. There's no wands over here for that. So I don't feel like it's anything like any like certain reconciliation or drama or anything like that. It's literally just what it is. It's like, this is what it is. And it's very grounded. The Queen of Pentacles is saying this is the way it is. There is nothing more. There's still an emotional charge with the Queen of Cups, But I also feel like with the Four of Swords, it's also can bring some fatigue, some mixed emotions about the situation, even though you're grounding those emotions. Just because you're grounded in emotions doesn't mean we still don't have mixed emotions. It just means that it's wearing me out trying to think about what it is I should really do. Could be an outreach more than fully integrated. But the past keeps bringing you back. So I'm just really feeling that you're really unsure about a past relationship, and it kind of feels out of reach. Or is the future out of reach, right? The future person out of reach. Take it how it resonates with you, right? And if you know there's nobody else involved, it's just this person, that's fine. You just use that person. It's just showing that contrast. I see more emotional processing and self-containment more than anything. Because like I said, I don't see any real, I got to do this or I have to do that. So it's, doesn't feel like it's really screaming at you, like you have to move now. It's more like, I'm going to process this, I'm going to sit on this, and then I'm going to kind of see. Okay, so it could be new energy entering once that closure is emotionally finalized, or it could be that you're stuck in the past and trying to go back, right? However, take it how it resonates. There's so many of you. But definitely it's talking about trying to close this chapter and finalizing something. But I do feel like for a lot of you, it's trying to finalize one to move to the next. But I definitely feel that there is something that's out of reach for you. Or if I don't close this chapter, that will become out of reach. Because I know I can't have my cake and eat it too, or I just need to heal. Because the Queen of Cups is very healing, right? Let's get some tea cards and see what it says. I do feel like on both pillars, though, if we bring both pillars together really fast, guys, I do feel like there's a transition energy. Not stagnation so much, but transition in both areas of your life. And I do feel like both are moving at this pace of momentum. Not at a place of forcing anything, just a place of, clarity and wanting it to happen. With the Queen of Cups over here, there's a lot of clarity that's going on over here. And this one over here is just through really hard work. And then this one's clarity. So, and understanding. Very beautiful reading for you guys. Okay. A situational single for some of you. It's kind of a waiting for the better, not settling for what was, behind, but still could feel fragmented. Trusting in the signs. I love that. Paying attention to the guidance and universal speaking clearly and following my intuition for receiving those messages that could help me along this path, telling me exactly what I need to know, or at least giving me something more to process through my intuition. I like that. That's just because I really do feel like you are definitely thinking, like I said, thinking upon this process. Let's get an overall card for the whole reading, which I pretty much already said anyways. Love this. It says Self-Care Sunday, prioritizing rest, recharge emotionally, and pampering yourself. Give back me time to yourself during these processes. And I like that for both readings, because it definitely is. You've been going through a lot in both areas of your life. For some of you, one might be one area, not the other, and that's fine. Pick what resonates. This says many moves, smart decisions will be necessary. And I like that. That's also very good. You're going to need decisions on both areas of your life if they both resonate for you. So very beautiful, guys. Very, very beautiful. I like this one too. Look at this, a status upgrade. New achievements, improved social standing, and lifestyle elevation. You're going up the next level. And I like that too because it says you're ascending over here. So it says for the overall, you're just upgrading everything about you. And I really like that. I mean, we just had the fire horse and we just had this beautiful solar eclipse. So, I mean, it's just kind of pushing you and guiding you to the next level so that you can just feel the harmony. Oops, sorry, guys. The harmony within yourself. This one says boundaries, not letting go, and then retirement goals. So that's very interesting. I like those too. So, okay, guys. If you like this video, push that big old like button. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.